Good, Jonas. Things seems to be good here. Cool, cool, cool. Forgot to activate one of my Apex accounts. Let me go do that. I don't even remember passing. I guess I passed this one. I trade PM, I think. Good, Adrian. Finally a day where market is open again. That's what I'm saying, bro. Felt like a long weekend, huh? Good, Sergio's good, Alex. Good pick. Today should be clean. Nah. I mean, hopefully it's Monday. Monday isn't tendency of being the easiest, best day, but I'll be here prepared if something should be. We'll cover buys, guys. 9:25. I'll cover you guys. We'll do the full game plan together. Um, yeah, we'll do the full game plan together. Let me just get another Apex account. Still working toward getting 5 Apex accounts. We're going with about 1 a day. I'll probably, maybe let's get 2 this. Let's get 2 this time. Try to speed this up. Or you know what? I'll just. Where's the hoodie from? Yo, I got this hoodie a while ago, bro. I don't even know, man. It's a light hoodie. Like I work out in this. It's like underneath is like paper, bro. The kill zone indicator. What's that? What do you mean? What's that? Okay, so we should have that today was FOMC. No, brother. What's good, Fatal? I'm tired. Nah, man. Go wake up. Go put water on your face. Cold water every morning. That's what I do, bro. Works really well. Okay. So yeah, goal for today. Try to pass this eval with Apex. And obviously we'll trade the fundeds as well. Not the Apex fundeds, but the Alpha Future fundeds. So still working on recovering from the trade copier mishap. But we did manage to get a payout with Alpha Futures in the meantime while we're working on Apex accounts. Apex reliable. A little bit tedious, but yes, reliable. So we'll work on Alpha Futures again, and we will, at the meantime, work on getting 5 Apex fundeds again so we can start copying those accounts again. Um, let's talk about the game plan together, because if I'm being honest, I haven't written it in my journal yet. Um, why are you trading FOMC? Today is not FOMC, bro. Code for Alpha, code Gatie. I always say use your favorite person's code, but I appreciate everyone who uses my code, really. I do make 10% commission off everyone, but I also have the best discount right now because I've been making videos for them for free and shit. Um, what was I gonna do? Oh yeah, let's do the outlook together. So market plan. This is for my personal journal. Monday, September. What is it today? The 22nd. So it's gonna be safety protocol today. It being a not important Monday. Safety protocol for trading, which means we'll only look for A plus setups and look for 1 to 2 R setups. This is something I implement on very specific days. Daily bias is bullish. Again, similar scenario, avoiding to probability blocks. using the daily discount wick quadrants, as well as intraday liquidity pools. Look for a price run higher towards NWAG and potentially all-time high. If the market aggressively moves lower, retraction models to previous day low could be possible. I do not pay. But let's not even go that far. So that's pretty much the game plan. I'm gonna show you guys the key levels that we're gonna be marking out, and then I'm not gonna say you have to mark them out, but this is what I'll be marking out, right? We're looking at the levels of the daily wick. Okay. Um, Daily wick. And if I'm being honest, I'm not gonna mark out the 25 and 75. I'm just gonna mark it out like this. Really, we don't even need 1.0. We just need the upper quadrants, if we're being honest. So let's just focus on marking the upper quadrants. This one comes in at 4765. So you go to coordinates 4765. And then we'll mark that as daily wick CE. And I suppose we might as well mark out the 25% level. Actually, could probably keep it at that. Yeah, let's mark out the 25% level. I mean, it could be used. We want to be good. We want to be as accurate as possible here. Good morning, Rubes. So these are the levels we're going to be focused on. You'll probably see that this level will overlap with something else. So we're marking out the upper quadrants of that daily wick. You can see us working in that range now. We have new week opening gap, and we have what's it called? New week opening gap, Asia high, London low, and then we have all-time high also marked out there. So tea, man, I gotta put you guys on. You guys gotta start drinking tea. There's not much more to say than that. So order flow. I mean, we've been one-sided in midnight. We haven't had a 15-minute. See, actually, we did right here. So I'm viewing this as a 15-minute CISD. We'll see if we get there. I don't mind these lows getting taken though. These lows could be taken. And really, I'm just gonna mark out the two levels there. And we can just eyeball the second level if need be. I'm gonna take a screenshot here for my journal of the pre-market plan, like we do every day. Implement that. So that is posted for my journal. This is their last week of no activation fee on advanced accounts. So if you plan on getting an Alpha Futures advanced account ever, this would be the last week that you would have to pass before paying activation fee. If you pass later on, you'll have to pay an activation fee. You passed an eval because of my vids. Thank you. You didn't pass because of my vids, brother. That was all you, man. Hi, brother. Can you explain your payout process from Alpha Zero? It's two buttons, my brother. Once you sign in with your Wise account, I use Wise. Just go to Trading Payout, select the account, and then click Send or Pay. Hello, bro. I'm gonna lose today and stop. I don't know what that means. Meaning you lost the trade. Also, did my funds get deposited into my live account? November 23rd, it'll be here tomorrow. Okay. I think it's going to be. It's possible we go to the daily lows. It's possible. It's not something I'll be looking for, but it is possible. Right? We have the daily volume imbalance right here. So it's definitely possible that we get there. Yeah. Don't deny that. It's possible. Why did you wake up late? I actually didn't wake up late. I was in bed charting, just seeing stuff. You guys already know the thing. There you go, brother. Missed you too, man. Missed you too, bro. How old are you? I'm 22, my man. Have you seen ICT lecture? I've seen all the new ICT lectures. Nothing worth me taking notes for. I think he's also posting notes in his Telegram. John Gotti, what's up, Royce? Do you even use weekly or monthly? Yes, sometimes. Not sometimes. I mean, I don't always look at it every day. I use it in my mind every day, but I don't need to look at it every day because I already know what the weekly or monthly looks like. 2 more winning days, just slow and steady, my man. Retraction model is sauce. Retraction model protects you very well, even when you're wrong. You know, protraction model protects you. Protraction model is a really good model because even when you're on the wrong side, you know, usually you're safe to some degree. So that's what's good about the protraction model. I believe you have 30 days on alpha futures. Can you do a one-on-one session? I don't know, man. You can message me on Discord and I'll answer any questions you have. In 3 sentences, what's the protraction model? Okay. When the power of 3 candle has set a low, you are looking for an expansion higher, and then retracement into a discount PD array, and then an invalidation of a premium array. You enter on the invalidation of the premium array, target opposing liquidity, and then opposite for when bearish. It will look something like this. That would be your trade, somewhere in this range, targeting something up there. You don't need 5 more winning days, you just need a little bit more money, Elliot. 9 a.m. macro? 9 a.m. is not a macro. Macros are 10 minutes before and after every ICT macros. We're talking. I don't know if someone else wanted to make their own macro, but ICT macros are 10 minutes before and after every single candle. So that would be 8:50 to 9:10. 8:50 to 9:10. You know, 9:50 to 10:10. Why am I moving this? I think you get the idea. So we're gonna mark out our opening range gap levels. It should be in 10 seconds. Right now the bias is long, but it may change. It may change to range day bias. What's your win rate? No hate. I don't mind anyone asking questions. My win rate in what period of time? I'd have to ask. You mean like all time? That's gonna be hard to know. Right now in September, last couple months, back test, overall with my model. I need a more specific question. Some of you guys will learn about me. Because if you want to ask me a question, you have to ask me a very specific question. Otherwise, I won't be able to give you a good answer. What am I doing here? So we have a discount opening. Mark out that these opening range gap quadrants. Something I'm going to be using very diligently. I've been doing a lot of my testing with the opening range gap. So just got to mark these levels and then we're all set. I'll answer your question. Last month was a really good month for me. We only lost a couple of trades, probably around 70%. I had to give you a number based on the trade I took on live stream. All right, cool. There we go. So, not the cleanest chart right now. I'm not liking how this is looking, but we'll manage. So overall, we have our opening range gap, opening price, closing price. Let me just double check that these levels align. Yes, it's all good. Okay, just want to make sure I got the correct annotations. So opening range gap is marked out, and now we're obviously moving towards new week opening gap, which is here. And then opening range gap 75 is there. So right now we're just going higher. There's no model here for us. Asia highs are in the scopes, all-time highs in the scopes. And if honestly that would be make things kind of difficult to trade. I don't know what this line is. It would kind of make things difficult to trade if we just pump all the way up, but what can you do? I wouldn't use RTH candle personally. I would use this one. Oh, why is my okay? I was gonna say my indicator's not showing up. There it is though. Looks like we're gonna have full opening range gap closure. I would take a protraction long. Yeah, I don't think it'll form though. Not a good one. So let me update you guys on um what's safety protocol. Safety protocol. Today's a no news Monday. I know there's something on Forex Factory, but nothing important. Um, today's no news Monday. So what does that mean? What does that mean? What is safety protocol? Safety protocol doesn't mean risk less. I don't like to risk less on trades. Safety protocol means what is this? What? Anyways, safety protocol means we're only going to be executing A plus setups. Why am I going to require an A plus setup today? It's very simple. Why? The reason I'm going to be looking for an A plus setup is the fact that it's a no news Monday and we may not be seeing, the easiest of price delivery. So how do we combat that scenario? We ensure the cleanest price delivery before we execute the trade. And that's the very simple premise of that. We're not going to look for extreme trades. We're simply going to look for, something that can offer us an easy, maybe 2R. And if we have to partial and secure less than 2R on the day, that's fine. That's something that we'll have to do. Yes, 5 winning days on Alpha Zero. Nice haircut. Thank you. Yes. Try to get one every 2 weeks. Sometimes less. Depends what I'm doing. Yeah, I see. Yes, I would use first presentation here. I'm not gonna keep it annotated. I guess I'll keep it annotated for now. It's got a lot of levels here. Maybe I could be. Did you miss the game plan? The game plan is to look for high probability longs, and today is safety protocol for me, which means we're only going to be executing an A plus setup. Only going to be executing an A plus setup. We're only going to look for setups that offer, an easy target. How do you read the 4 hour and the 1 hour? The wick. There's no clean PD raise in here, but how would I read it? Um, Still bullish order flow. Does that answer your question? Make sure you include the volume and balance in your first presentation. This is an OB here. I wouldn't mind taking that to all time. Was that A plus? Yeah, I'd probably give it A plus to be honest. If we just get a clean order block here, I would execute that. Just because of how we've expanded so far already. 38 points on that, huh? So we're gonna have to up the contracts today. Yeah, I don't mind that scenario. We're not gonna be leaving anything open. So this inversion here, if we get that, that'd be a high probability long for me. I would take that A plus. If we get the OB or the inversion, either or, we'll take it. Target new week opening gap high, opening range gap 75%, and then target 1.00. And then we may actually get an intraday reversal. It's possible. I feel like we haven't done enough down here. The probability of going back to 830. Did I share that stat with you guys? I don't know if I did. There's a high chance that from 9:30 to 11:30 we come back to that price. But I do think this will be a long we execute. If we can get good risk to reward, we'd have to close above. So if we can close above right here, that's a long for me. We would take that and we would risk 15, 20 at 600. Sorry. 15 times 2 is 30, 30 times 20, 600. Yeah, we would risk 2 minis on this. And we just target the all-time high. Partial at the opening range gap high. All right, we're just going to take it there. That's an awful fill, but we'll put the stop at the low of the order block. No limit orders yet. So this is our bullish order block that we're executing. I'm going to remove. I don't like this is a messy chart. This is a messy chart. So executing off this order block. Make sure my stop is set here. And obviously I want to see price continue to opening range gap 1 and continue to all-time high potentially. I'm going to give the stop at the order block low. The risk to reward looking like we didn't get the best fill on this, but this is an eval, so it's okay. Yeah, not the best fill, but we can manage. Maybe an immediate stop out here, but I like the trade. First presentation, order block, midnight open. Looks like we're going to immediately lose this trade. Are we out? I don't know what's... I'm going to cancel that sell stop order. I don't know what's going on. Let's remove the execution. Let's get some messy in there. Okay, well, we immediately lost that trade. And it looks like we may see a significant run lower here. Safe bet, we're just going to wait for the macro. Just going to wait for 950 macro now. Let this play out a bit and then maybe get a cleaner depiction of what's going on. So we'll wait. We'll see if we get a new all-time high or not. This would be a change in the state right here. And I think we just have the wrong draw right now. I think it may go below 930 here. We got the CISD. That's your bearish order block. We'll see if that moves lower. I don't want to take it short here, but we will watch it. We'll watch it. The setup is pretty clean short here. Run to 830 from new week. I'm debating changing my initial bias here, but obviously we have this imbalance here. Maybe if we get a protraction model, protraction model short. I think this is going to run to 830 opening price. We may run these equal lows. It's possible. We'll just wait and see. We may get in short inside the fair value gap here. Change bias. The way this is printing. I think YM's also printing lower. It's not even loading. I'll have the trigger finger ready. Still can move high. Whoa. It still can move higher, so we'll just wait. See if we get a protraction model. Okay, why is it putting a gap there? Please fix up, bro. Why is it being so lame? Putting a gap there. Bro, what is this gap? Trading me, please. How we're moving? We're just gonna leave that gap there? Well, there's no reason that gap should be there right now. Alright, we might just have to accept it that the gap is there. There's a candle right here that I need to see. If we get the OB here, I would execute that, but it's always dangerous looking for a short and all-time high territory. I've refreshed it like 10 times at this point. Okay, there we're good. We're good. So yeah, it looks like I don't know. We may see the run higher that we wanted to now. Possibly went a little bit too early, but we inverse first presentation. This is actually a valid protraction model. A plus. Hard to say if it's A plus. Squeeze out 2R. Suppose we will try it again. All right, let's try the long again. Same trade as last time. Simply trying again this time. Executing off the inversion this time. We took the first trade. Justifies taking the. It doesn't justify taking the second trade, but you know we're here to try the same long twice. Gonna put the stop near the body. Why isn't it not going through? The trading view is being really laggy today. I'm not liking this. Why is the sell stop not going through? All right, well, the stop loss is on the account, so we'll just close manually. I'm going to assume I also can't put a limit order in there. And we're looking for opening range gap. Same trade as last time. Last time we got stopped out, came lower. Second entry. This one's better than the first one. The reason this one's better is because we just got a discount entry here. That's all. Yeah, I don't know. Trading is not even letting me put a stop. It's fine because my funded accounts are alpha ticks. So yeah, exactly. Not a big deal. So what I want to see here is speed above these highs. Obviously, a run above these highs would be good. I know the chart's a little bit messy. Let me zoom in here, make it cleaner. Yeah, so buys remaining the same. This time executing the inversion. Want to see a run above these highs. Opening range gap has a high probability chance of getting hit. Whoa, 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 whoa. Trading the please don't keep all those orders there, bro. I mean this is an eval, so I don't even care that much, but let's move some of these orders. Dude, this is the most laggy trading view I've ever had to experience. What is this? I've never seen anything so laggy. Got an S&P at the highs again. No, not as if we'd be able to manage the trade anyways. Just trying to cancel these orders. I don't know why it's so laggy, guys. It's lagging for me too. Everyone's trading view is laggy. And this isn't eval, so I don't really care about it too much. I mean, I'm not saying like don't care about your evals and stuff, but I'm just saying this it's like we already lost one trade on the eval, so it's not the biggest deal if we lose the account because of a sell stop order pending. We're not even going to get to manage the trade. Anyways, we're looking for opening range gap and we're looking for all-time highs. Okay. And then 24,900. If market wants to expand higher today, 24,900 would be an objective for me. Okay. I don't know if we're going to get to manage the position or not, but that's the idea. Oh, okay. All the orders are gone. Nice. Nice. The orders are gone. Okay. If you're uncomfortable on the funded, you could partial here because we are in very deep premium. London high, or sorry, Asia high would be over here. We should get to opening range gap 1.0 though. I mean, the probabilities are definitely in our favor right now. So we could move lower, but like I said, the probabilities are in our favor for opening range gap 1.00 level. That's it. Gonna wait for that. Not trying to pick a top in the all-time high market, so this is perfectly aligned with our game plan today. Just want to see some follow through. We longed off the inversion. I don't know how my fill is over there. The candle opened here, but I guess I waited for it to. I don't know. I got a way better fill on the account. So 7 times in alpha. Yo, Nathan, DM me on this. I mean, if you want to join the giveaway, DM me on Discord so I can add you, my brother. I appreciate you. We'll be targeting right here as a minimum objective. Opening range gap 1.00. And I'm looking for all-time high 24.9. I don't want to demand the all-time high, but we have stuff like midnight open on ES, London high on ES, where we could, take a partial on NQ nicely. So give it a chance to move. TikTok chat seems to be going like wild right now. Yeah, I'm not even gonna bother. Opening range gap 1.00 is like a minimum objective for me right now. It's a minimum objective. I did not execute my live account. I'm not trading my live account in September anymore. I'll be waiting till October. My stop was meant to be here, closure below this line, but it was glitching out really hard, so I'm just gonna go with manual placements. Nowhere to trail the stop besides the body high here. Yeah, that's where it is. So ES about to reach London high. Okay, waiting until October to trade your live. Do you want the real transparent reason? I was up on the live to start the month, and then I lost one trade, and then I took a really bad trade after. This was PM, and at that point I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna walk away. I didn't feel fully locked in on that. Obviously, I could probably trade it right now with no issues whatsoever, but I'd rather just a fresh slate. Also, there were some fee related issues. Deposits were being held, so just wanted to fresh or be able to risk the proper amount that I'm trying to risk on my live account because the funds were being held and stuff. So opening range gap 1.00. That's what we're looking for. Right, nothing under. Make sure that's the correct price level. Yes, it is. Why do you execute on NQ? This is an eval. I'm on my funded accounts. I'm executing MNQ. Just keep that in mind, right? On the eval, this is a 50k Apex eval. I'm trying to pass it in, no more than two days. So, you explain why you're long? Yeah. Oh, I had a bullish bias going into the day because I'm not trying to pick a top in the all-time high market. Price comes down, bullish fair value gap. We got the inversion. Just a, textbook protraction model long. That's all. Can you explain how payouts work on zero account? Once you get 5 winning days, if you have 40% consistency, you can take a payout. You think all-time highs? I think that's the draw. Whether we actually touch it or not is hard to say, but I think we'll draw towards that level. London high on NQ is a great draw on liquidity as well. We already took out London highs though. This is Asia high, if that's what you mean. I'm not even marking out Asia high. My objective right now is this line right here, opening range gap 1.00. Why is that my objective? Because I know the exact statistic that is we reached that level. I took a partial right there. It's not showing on the screen. I don't know why. I don't know why TradingView is being so glitchy. It's being awful, man. TradingView is being awful right now. Why isn't it showing my executions now, man? Really? I did take the partial. It's one contract. I don't like using limit orders. We're looking for these two levels. We'll bring the stop down here now. Okay, at least it let us put a stop loss. This most recent low. Putting the stop at the most recent swing low. It's gonna lag, of course. Come on, TradingView. 24,900 is a best case scenario target. Just message me on Discord, Nathan. Make sure you don't message me in one of my fake accounts. Make sure you message me. It's a bunch of fake accounts over there. Yeah. Make sure you message me. Just tell me. I'll respond to you after stream. I'll add you. Everyone was probably hating after that first loss. I didn't get a chance to read the chat, but I'm gonna go ahead and assume everyone was like, so obviously bearish. Yeah, whatever it is. We probably took out Asia high there. Yeah, we did. That's Asia high. Again, I'm not parceling at Asia high. They were, of course they were, bro. It's like I said, the haters never leave. This is why I can't wait to move to Discord, bro. Because I'm not even looking at chat at that point because I already know what's going on. I don't want to persuade. I don't want to have something influence my conviction in the longs. Um, so we've recovered first loss, funded accounts partial, and looking for a run to all-time highs would stop at the most recent short-term low. I'd want to see, realistically, it stay in the upper portion there. If you want, you could just hold it at break even, but I really don't want to see a lower low at this point. The true definitive point would be if we close below here. There might be a 2-minute gap that we just traded into. Yeah, you know what? I probably will lower the stop to just break even. Yeah, I think just do that. Because there is a 5-minute gap there. Realistically, if it comes any lower, we're going to get wicked out. And that's just the truth. We might have to take a re-entry, which is fine. We'll just have to take a re-entry if we get stopped out and it keeps going. I was hoping for just a speed to all-time highs. But yeah, we'll probably have to re-enter. So we're just going to put it at break even. And that's just good money management is what that is, right? It doesn't make sense at break even right now, but we already took a previous loss. So just trying to manage my money on a Monday where we don't even know if we're gonna get the all-time high. Like I said, just because it's the draw on liquidity doesn't mean we're actually gonna touch it. I'm probably gonna do 25, Jonas. I don't know. What do you think about 25? This is the 1-minute chart. I'm always watching on the 1-minute chart. Price comes back to midnight opening. Not showing my arrows, but there's a partial here. I mean, yeah, we may have to take another protraction. I'm hoping they give us a bearish fair value gap here. No, I don't have any indicators. Not for the only indicators for this line, midnight opening price. Still rooting for you, thank you, but don't root for me, brother. Root for you. How does anyone know when the next ICT mentorship starts? No one knows. My trainer didn't even let me enter. I mean, that's trading you, bro. Trading you for you. I just heard a crazy thunder and lightning. Damn. You know what, Jonas? It'll probably be 25, but let me know what you think about that, because I actually value your opinion. I think 25 is fair. You heard thunder too? That gotta be the worst when you're live. I don't know how you do this every day. Just don't look at chat while I'm in a trade, to be honest. Jonas, message me on a Discord, brother. I will help you out. This be a valid protraction model? Yes, it would be a valid. Assuming we close above this high, right, that would be a bullish order block at that point. I'm gonna move the stop right here. Want to see that closure above? It would be per month, Jonas. I didn't take a short earlier. I took a long here, got stopped, took a long here, profit one, looking for more. I think I risked little on this trade, if I'm being quite honest, but it's no big deal. This is an Apex account. I'm also on my Alpha account. Nope, want to see price close above the series of down close candles that traded into the 3-minute fair value gap. But Gaddy, we didn't touch the 3-minute fair value gap. We didn't touch the 3-minute fair value gap because you annotated it incorrectly. You did not include the volume imbalance. There's also a 4-minute gap right here. Just use that if you want to mark out your fair value gaps a certain way, right? M4. So it's kind of messy in here. Notice how we didn't get the closure. Ideally, we see that closure above. If not, I'm always willing to re-enter. Always willing to re-enter the trade. Today's been sloppy. These candles are like, they're jumpy. I don't know if anyone gets what I'm saying, but these candles are jumpy. Really jumpy. Really jumpy candles. Like going down, then it jumps up, then it jumps down. Like it's just not a. It's not, I'm not liking it. Yeah, I don't like the trading view is lagging. Everything just feels a little bit off today. But I mean, we took two good trades, so looking for shorts. Good luck, brother. Like this is a sloppy candle in there. Really should have formed more quicker, but do you have a different midnight opening or statistics you test up on the Discord? I have not uploaded them on the Discord, but I do have statistics on those price levels. If that's what you're asking me. It would be really, really high resistance in my opinion. If we don't take out this high, if we don't just zoom, we should be zooming here. What's the price difference between that? 8 points? Yeah, it's worth holding. Is Help Finish and Alpha Capital the same? No. What's your RR on this trade? I don't know. I don't draw the RR tool. Just messes with my executions. Ooh. Maybe that's why we gotta have a limit order up there. We'll just set a limit order at 24.9. It won't even let me put limit order. Oh, okay, there it is. Yeah, we'll go best case scenario. Realistically, that should have been hit TP. Let's just put that there. -1 tick. We'll see if it gives us the fill again. That should have been me, to be honest. I should have put the. Why is it so laggy? Ah, there it is. ES took out that high. ES has Asia high still. We got room for more. We'll see how high it wants to go. It's 10 a.m. now, though. I'm debating closing because we did miss that fill. You know, I should put the fill here and act like we missed it by. We're just gonna act like it didn't fill us. Type shit. Please go through. Put the order in. What is this lag, bro? That's the one thing I hate. I try to be precise in my trading. Oh, shoot, I didn't record this trade either. I ain't using a wealth symbol chart. I know what the wealth charts look like, bro. You will never convince me to use. I will never use the wealth symbol chart, bro. I can't use that. I'll set the most recent 5-minute low. When I do Discord live streams, it'll be not wealth simple. Nah, I know wealth charts. I know the platform. um, the Discord live streams will be 25 a month. That'll include AM and PM. Good, Johnny. I'm on NQ continuing contract with beta adjust on, which is the same thing as the December contract. How'd you enter? I missed it. I took the inversion down here. I could get those numbers, but I know the number's pretty similar. That's gonna be a hard thing to test, 2 chains. It's gonna be really hard to trade my model because there are just simply too many factors that would make me not want to take a model. You know? Sometimes I wait for a specific macro. Why would you charge for Discord lives? The whole point is so I don't have to deal with hate. If you saw what the chat looked like when we lost the first trade, you would understand why, my brother. This is the same It is the same model, but I'm not taking it looking for a one-to-one right now. If you guys saw the TikTok chat after that first trade, you would understand why, bro. I don't mind, but it just ruins it for everyone else. People are asking questions, they're trying to learn. Answer me. How did you find your bias? Listen, first things first, we cover bias every day at 9:25. You gotta come early, bro. Right? Usually when people come late, we don't tell them. But I'll answer your question, bro. The bias was very simple. You know, I'll even just you can just take a screenshot of this. Remove anyone who talks to us, man. I'd be losing more than half my stream, my brother. There's the all-time high. We got the fill there. The Discord is free. You can. It's in Discord's free inside the link. It's in my bio. You try to click open in browser. So there's a new all-time high. I think 24,900 is in the scopes. Call the trade, if you ask me. But you guys gotta join earlier, man. Listen, I'm live every single day at 9:15. I always share my bias. Um, Reversal short is possible, but that's something I'd have to wait for and not look to short now. If it's gonna reverse, let it reverse. Just let it go, and then we'll trade the continuation just like it was. You know, my trading is not done here personally. This was a daily bias. Second payout achieved with this trade. You're the GOAT, Gaddy. Thanks. Got you, my brother. Good luck. Good job, bro. Yep, I got you, John. I already knew, my man. Well done. I'm for $15 from a payout. Don't load the account. Discord link didn't work. Discord link didn't work because you have to click open in browser. If you open not in browser, it won't work. On NASDAQ, we put in equal highs on with all-time highs. Yes, if that's what you're asking. Real short? No, that was a take profit. This is a take profit. Which one is best software for journal? Notion is probably best if you want free. If you want the best forever possible, it's TradeZella. Nothing beats TradeZella, man. I'll be honest. Do I trade full time? I don't do anything else besides trade and make content. I make most of my money from trading, a little bit of money from content. That's it. Yeah. Don't have a mentorship or course or anything, but I will open up a Discord eventually. Well, I have a Discord, free Discord with 16,000 people in it, but eventually we'll be streaming all our trading in Discord because I don't know how much longer I can put up with this. How do you manage trading in school? I often miss New York Open. I got my first payout in class. I was in class trading a top step funded account. Um, yeah. That's alpha futures, Nathan. You could also do that with funded next, but the difference is with funded next, you blow the account after the payout. While on alpha futures, you could actually repeat. Are you still in school? No, I'm not in school anymore. Let me know. Join the new Discord, bro. Here since I moved to Mexico. Appreciate you, bro. I mean, yo, listen, we have a lot of days, guys. Don't worry about no paid Discord. We got a lot of days. We got a lot of money is to be made before the Discord. That's like December, maybe January. I didn't drop out actually. I graduated. When we trade, if we have $40, yeah, you can get a prop from account with $40, but you better make sure you pass and get a payout on that account. How old are you? I'm 22 years old, my man. How many trades do you take a day? I don't have a limit on how many trades I take a day. I'm really good at just knowing whether I should keep trading or not at this point in time. I have a maximum loss limit in my mind. Um, that's it. All-time high is still, I guess. You could take another protraction to all-time highs, yeah. The 5-minute gap's going to be tapped shortly. But like I said earlier, just because something is a draw on liquidity does not mean it needs to actually touch. Right? We're talking about points on the difference here. It can set equal highs. We've all seen equal highs before. Think about all the times a level just doesn't get taken. That's why I don't use limit orders, personally. Can you take a protraction model? Yeah. Is it better than shorting? Probably. But unless the market really wants to like break aggressively, it's probably still higher probability too long. You don't want to be the guy who shorts all-time highs, you know? What is your daily mental maximum loss limit for a 50K account? Funded account?
You'll need to unlock your iPhone first.
Okay. For a funded account, I would not want to lose more than like 250 or 300 in one day. That's too much for me. On a funded account, 50K, I risk 150 per trade. Really, really. So if I'm losing more than 300 in one day, that's it. Like 300 is usually my max on a 50K account. Where's your TP for this? I already took the trade, and my TP was all-time highs. I did get the new. Oh, the iPhone 17. No, I'm not gonna lie. I bought the 16 Pro right before the iPhone 17. I just couldn't wait, bro. I don't mind taking another trade. My trading is not over by any means, but we will have to likely wait for 10:15, 10:30. I lost 1,300 last Thursday. I hear you play basketball. How do you balance both trading and ball? Brother, when I say I play basketball, I don't mean I play for the league. Just play basketball here and there. How do I balance? Trading only takes up 2 hours every day. You know, you can make it less if you want. You can trade for 1 hour every day. Yeah, guys, how do you balance basketball? Do you still work? I haven't worked in a really long time. It's been 2 years since I've had a job. Mind you, I quit. I quit work before I made any money from trading. This is your 5-minute gap. Some of you guys are asking the right questions, though. Not the basketball guy. I'm talking about the guy who said, "Can I take another protraction?" Yeah, you absolutely can. You absolutely can take another protraction. As long as you're still bullish. I mean, that's the rule. As long as you're still bullish, yeah, you can take another protraction. This inversion could be nice. Marking at every single wrong box. So, how much do we really need to start trading? The real minimum number? What's the cheapest account you can get, bro? Probably a Forex account, Blue Knox. Yeah, probably 40. I know you can get a Blue Knox account for 40. So that's probably the cheapest. 40 US. But like I said, if you're scraping the bottom of the barrel to start trading, brother, you better be damn sure that you are going to make money on that account. No, I wouldn't short personally, not yet. If I'm gonna short, guys, it's probably gonna be 10:30 or 10:50. It's gonna have to really reverse lower before I even consider a short. My target would be these lows, but look how much we are from here to here. So why do I have to short here and pray and hope for a run all the way down here? First of all, that would be breaking my safety protocol rule because every trade I take needs to be looking for something between 1 and 2R on a day like this. Okay, why those times? Because I'll tell you why. We're 45 minutes away from 11. So if market's going to come down here, it's going to be pretty obvious. We're going to start seeing stuff like this, right? So I have a lot of time before I need to short. I don't need to try to short it all the way up here and TP all the way down here, especially not on a Monday. That's a big stretch for a Monday. That's way past my safety protocol. And safety protocol is we're looking for low RR trades, 2R, 1R, you know? So we wait. I can take a protraction model at any point in time, 1030, 1050 macro. My model will always be there. If it doesn't form, it doesn't form, you know? I could even wait until price is right here and then find a short that looks like this. Still make around 2R if I get something like this, right? Why do I have to short it here and look for the bid? I mean, you can. If you're really bearish, you can take this. This is a protraction model right here. If we close below 859. But I personally wouldn't. Let it reverse. Trade the continuation. Especially on a day, because you're counter trend trading too. You want to remember that, right? You're basically saying, like, look at this for a sec. For anyone who wants to go short, just look at this for one moment. You're basically saying, like, we're done here. Just look at the chart on the higher time frame. Like, if you're gonna short this, you better have some really strong conviction that it is gonna go lower. Mind you, it's also a no news Monday. You don't even want to be expecting such a large move on a no news Monday. No, I don't know what ICC is. How can I learn these things? Where to even start? My YouTube channel is pretty good. It didn't sweep all time high. Like I said many times, you don't need to touch the level or go past it for it to, just because something has a magnet doesn't mean it needs to touch. And by the way, it did touch. So yeah, we did make equal highs. You are right in that. And I wouldn't long this, but yeah, we could tape read this protraction model. Let's go stop here. 1.56. Would you long this inversion? No. One, I already missed it. Two, nah, I don't think it's UC short. Not right now, no. Oh, appreciate you, Tamir. Appreciate you, brother. You copied across multiple funded accounts? Yes. Exactly. And I'm not in this trade, by the way. This is a tape read. If you see me put the tool, I don't like putting the tool for this reason. Everyone thinks I'm in a trade. If I'm in a trade, you'll see the numbers. I personally don't hide trades. No offense, but I don't really care if I lose or win in front of you guys. At least not enough to hide it. But when I put this, just means I wasn't convinced enough, but it is technically the model. So maybe another day. I'm holding buys. Definitely want to be holding buys over than shorts. In my opinion, all-time highs. IFG go long, brother, all-time high TP. It's all you, my man. Have you ever tested how often it gets to round numbers and all-time highs? I don't have exact numbers on that, but it is something I've definitely studied in backtest many times. I think you marked the new week opening gap wrong. No, there's no way. It's closing price, opening price, Sunday. Looks very correct to me, I think. You may be on a different chart. How much time do you spend backtesting? I no longer backtest because I've done the last 5 years of backtest so many times. So there's really no point in me backtesting. But I've backtested a lot. I've backtested a lot when I was on the grind. 10 hours a day backtesting. I probably backtested more than anyone you know. No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't take this long right now. No. I'll be trading till 11:30. Closure on the moment IPG. Nice, bro. I took the same trade as you. I waited for this closure, this for inversion, and I entered on this candle. Dream car. I want a GTR. That's what I want. R35 GTR. What confluences do you use? I got a bunch of confluences. Yes, this is a tape read. Really just for fun, make this look better. Let's put the TP at 24.9. The hypothetical TP. Friday's closing price. Even on the daily chart, don't do it on the daily chart. It looks good. Don't trip. Thanks, bro. R34 is nice. Did you use TradeZella? I've used Forex Replay and I've used TradeZella. I've probably done around 2,000 or 3,000 on Forex Replay, and then 2,000 to 3,000 on TradeZella. Did you have a payout with Alpha? Yeah, I have multiple payouts with Alpha futures. Why don't you take the IFG? It's not your model. It is my model. That's why I'm tape reading it. Why didn't I take this? I'm not convinced that it's A plus, and today's an A plus only day. That's all. That's all. I prefer trading inside the 950 macro, using that volatility, entering at this time after we've already seen that run higher. It's a good setup. You could even argue that it is A plus, But like I said, on a Monday with no news, A plus only. So I do have a backtesting video. I have a video that's like 12 hours long on my YouTube channel where I backtest in front of you guys. Are we on all-time highs right now? We're near all-time highs. Yes. You have times you trade, or you just sit all day and wait? I trade 9:30 to 11:30 every day. If that's what you're asking. How long does it take to approve? Usually very quick. Today's a really good example of why you don't want to short all-time highs. See if 24.9 gets reached. There's all-time high. So really, I mean, how many protraction models formed today? Pretty much every single protraction model that formed. I mean, except this one. We got stopped out on. But there was one, two, three, four. Four protraction models today. Three out of four played out. Nice. It's nice. I don't know the FSP guy. How'd you come up with 949? 249, you mean? It's just a whole number, brother. Tendency algorithm will spike towards candles that have. Hold on. I have a student. Did he take that? Did you take that? I have a friend of mine who started trading, and he just took his first ever trade in demo live market. And he actually took that long that I just tape read, so I'm really happy. That's such a nice feeling, bro. This is the NASDAQ chart on the 1 minute. He had the 5 minute and the 1 minute marked out. Why does my position show quantity and risk to reward? Why doesn't my position show? I don't know what that. Yeah, I mean, I didn't take this, by the way. This was a tape read for me. I'll gladly admit that I did not push the button on this trade. Um, but yeah. Hail landing, you got the $15. Good job, bro. If you hover over your position, you will see quantity. Yeah, if you hover over this, you'll see risk to reward, stop. Yeah, protraction model's on my YouTube for free if you want to learn it. It's a pretty simple model. I still don't get why people don't trade no news Monday. I suppose save capital. Yeah, I think a very simple thing for me, Ryan, that I've implemented is just look for A plus only. If there's ever a day to, force an A plus setup only, just make it a no news Monday. You can trade it. Just are we waiting for longs because it's no news Monday? It could be dangerous, right? Are we waiting for longs? Well, I've taken two longs already. The reason I took these ones was because of the time. Using 930 volatility and using the 950 macro, there's a better chance that it's going to distribute at that time as opposed to 1016. Is 1016 a bad long? No. Silver bullet, 5 minute fair value gap. This is pretty textbook. Maybe in hindsight, I should have taken the trade and it was A plus. But in my opinion, at that time, I just did not see that it wasn't as good as this one. This one, in my opinion. If it's not as good as this one, can't really say that this is A plus, and I only want to execute A plus trades today. Why A plus trades only today? Because it's no news Monday. Simple idea, right? Would you take a long after 5 minute FEG is formed? No, that's not really a criteria for me. Thank you. I'm not in this trade. This is a tape read. If you don't see the numbers, um, if you don't see the numbers, then well, wouldn't mind getting in long, just not at this time. 6.7K likes, is that good? Bad trading day. I think I skipped. Man, nothing wrong with skipping. Made a call. My guy told me they'll make it happen for us. 10:30 short. 10:30 would be too small. I'd have to be 10:50 now. 10:30 would have to reverse, which by the way I don't think it's going to personally, but 10:30 would have to reverse. And if 10:30 reverses, we could short 10:50. You know. Where would you long to? 24.9 is my main draw liquidity right now. I do take partials, yes. How much money have you made so far in my entire lifetime of trading? Is that something I want to share? I don't know. I made a good amount of money. Under 6 figures, above mid 5 figures in the last 2 years. How do you take partials, please? I will show you. Let me sign into a paper account. Nah, I'm just gonna tell you. Just listen closely, okay? Just listen closely. When you're in longs, okay? When you're in longs, all you have to do is sell how many you want to partial, okay? If you're long 10 contracts and you click sell 3, you're partialing 3 contracts. Make sense? That's the idea. Do not work outside of trading. I haven't worked in the last 2 years. How did you get this number 249? It's just a whole number. 24900. It's the fact that it's 900, 900. It's a whole number. Why does the market draw towards these whole numbers? Is because there's a tendency for a cluster of orders to be resting at whole number levels. I will use this only above all-time highs. There's 24,900. So, like I said, it was a best case scenario for me today. How much higher above all-time highs can we go? Look at the next whole number above all-time highs. That would be 24,900. You short 530? I don't know what 530 is, but probably not. No. I made more than that. Since you started trading, how long did it take you to be profitable? That's a tough question to answer. It's hard to say. I got my first payout in 3 months, if that answers your question. Can you explain how you would find your daily buys? I can repaste the daily buys. This is why I was bullish today. $24,900. Yep, exactly. That's this blue line right here. That was our best case scenario today. Do you have more than... Where the haters at now? Believe it or not, Tito, they're still here. They're just not talking. Believe it or not. What strategy are you trading? Power of 3. You teach people? I teach some people. Took me 5 evals to get my first payout. That's pretty good. That's actually really good. How many trades you took? We took 2 trades today. You taking any more trades? It's going to be an unlikely chance that it forms. Thoughts on TJR? Cool guy. Pull it down a bit off the YouTube stuff covering it. Oh, my apologies. This is just why I was bullish today. This is what we talked about pre-market. How much to teach me? Are you brand new? Message me on Discord, brother. We'll talk. We'll talk. You message me on Discord. Any tips on how to progress further when you know the basics and fundamentals? Yeah, very simple. It's journaling. It's all journaling at that point. Once you've mastered a model, you have to just trade it so many times. Can you close partial on top of it? Any trading platform, you can close partials. Where did you learn trading? All from ICT and like 6,000 days back tested. TDR strategy, yeah, it's fine. Which state you live in? I live in Toronto. I live in Ontario, Canada. I think it might be better to step back from me now because my first funded day and I took the same trade as you. We use the same model. Nice. Yeah, that's probably a good time to call it if you were trading this. Same. Canada? Yep. How important do you think backtesting is? I would not be profitable if I didn't backtest. Let's say that much. How important? It's not important. It's essential. How important is water? Type level. Is that why you're so chill? Because you're from Canada? I don't think so. How do the taxes work in Canada for you? Let's just say this year I'll be paying 33% in taxes, and I am writing off a good amount, so maybe not 33%. I'll be paying around 20 to 33% in taxes this year. How do they work? It's not the best, I'm gonna be honest. I'm in Brampton, Sunday. I hit the Thunder too. There you go. A top take 24905. Nice, bro. Are you done for the day? Don't have to be, but I don't see how we're probably gonna form another A+ model. Why not go Middle East, bro? It's cheaper than Canada. It is a lot cheaper, bro. Canada's too expensive. How much you made today? Made around 1.5 R. I'm about to get my first payout in 3-4 months. I scalp. Is that good? As long as you're actually scalping with logic. So many people say, "Oh, bro, I'm just a scalper," but then you're not really scalping. You're really gambling. You know, it goes up, you buy. It goes down, you sell, and you keep doing it until you end green, and you're happy with how green you are. You know, that's not scalping. Okay. You gotta have still a system in place. If you have a system and you follow it and you get a payout, that's really good. What is the best and cheapest way to backtest and also journal? The best and cheapest way. Notion is a free journaling software. Trader Kaza, although it's not the best platform to backtest, it's free and you can get the job done. What's your background? I'm Arab. But you never trade lunch or PM, haven't in a minute, and they're always set up there. I know you would take. Why? Simply don't want to stay in front of the charts all day. 4x replay, 4x replay. Does 4x replay still have? Does 4x replay still have free trials? You could try free trials on 4x replay, but if you're gonna pay for 4x replay, bro, I'm gonna be honest. You just take 5 minutes of your day, look at TradeZella. You'll never pay for 4x replay ever again. I'm Iraqi too, bro. Can you pin the website to backtest? I'll type it in chat right now. Try to get it quick. This one's free. No problem, Kemi. How do you mark opening range gap? I'll show you now. Go to regular trading hours, settings, symbol, where it says session, switch it from electronic to regular. Now that you're on regular trading hours, you're going to see this gap. The gap has 2 anchor points. The closing price of 1614 candle. So look at the time down here. If you can't see it. 1614 closing price. So the closing, okay? That's your anchor 1.00. Then opening price 930 is 0.0. So closing price, opening price. I have a video on it on YouTube if you want. Try prop firm, teaches you a lot about risk management. Would you say gets these? How good is it at a goal? It's a best case scenario goal, my brother. All-time high is the objective. How much higher can we go above? Whole numbers. And we have our next whole number, and I don't know if this is going to happen today or not, but our next whole number is 25,000. Sounds like a nice, I don't think we'll get there today, but it's possible. Anything can happen when we're all-time highs. TradeZella is not free. Yes, I was not saying to get TradeZella. I was saying if you're paying for Forex Replay, if you're paying for it, you might as well pay for TradeZella and discard Forex Replay. It's simply the better version. Found your backtesting video. I'm gonna watch it right now. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow, my brother. This guy's gonna spend the whole day watching. In the protraction model, is the entry with IFEG higher probability? It's the same probability. You're not gonna find any difference. I'll tell you what the difference is. Okay. The only reason someone could say the inversion is higher probability is not because the actual model itself, but it's because the condition. If you're trading a condition where there are no fair value gaps forming and there's a lot of wicking, that basically means it could be more likely for market to stay range bound. So it's not that the inversion makes it, right, higher probability. It's the fact that you want to see fair value gaps form while you're trading, you know? My protraction model is on YouTube if you want to learn it. How much do you put into one trade, and also do you have a funded account? I have multiple funded accounts, and I have a live account. And yeah. Zinu, it's a best case scenario. How often? It's something you look for every time, but you don't force it every time. It's a best case scenario. How many fundeds have you blown before becoming profitable? I think like 2. I mean, again, depends what you mean by becoming profitable, but my first payout was after 3 months. Would you say it gets to these rounds? Yeah. I got schooled in 45 minutes. Is the giveaway today? I will, yeah, we can roll the giveaway winners at the end of stream. If you can't stay, Mr. Q, it's okay. I'll have your Discord, right? So I'll announce it in the Discord. So don't worry, you won't miss anything if you have to go. But I'm going to wait till end of stream. The giveaway is for Alpha Futures 20% off code users. You can't tell me you took longs? Took longs twice, actually. Can I get a trade breakdown, please? You find more A+ setups on NQ than ES? I always trade NQ. Sometimes there's no setup on NQ and I see it on ES. I'll still take it on NQ. Trade breakdown's pretty simple. Let's just talk about the one we won. Thoughts on TJR? People keep asking me thoughts on other traders. I don't even think I want to waste another minute of my life talking about other traders. Thoughts on him? He makes a lot of money and he seems like a fun guy. A little bit maybe too silly for me. I don't think I would be friends with him, but I'm sure other people would like that. The trade idea was very simple. I was bullish. We're using 930 volatility here, going into 950 macro. I longed off the inversion here. So as soon as it inversed, I bought that inversion. This is your fair value gap. So discount respected, premium disrespected, long to all-time highs. Right? All part of the pre-market plan. Easy day for us, right? We didn't have to make any decisions. We didn't have to make any difficult decisions. This was the plan before 9:30. It formed. We didn't hesitate. We took it. How much time did it take you to become profitable? Again, that's a hard question to answer. I don't know. Thoughts on ES taking all-time highs right now? It's more probable than not. Can you show how to see premium and discount and reckon you can squeeze one more trade in? That's not a good mindset. That's not a good mindset. Do you trade micros or minis? On my funded accounts, micros. Yo, Gatie, let's get to know what you do other than trading. Other than trading, I spend time with my girl. That's it. And I work on my trading system. The giveaway is 20% off. No, I'm saying if you use my code for 20% off Alpha Futures, which was only like these last couple of days, that's how you'd be entered in the giveaway right now. Do you think we'll hit 25K? Her taking notes. Yep, there you go, brother. Just full port longs. I'm in a bullish order right now. Good luck, my brother. Other than trading, he's in the league. I too like basketball. I'll probably join another league shortly. How come you're expecting all-time highs to be taken? Because we were close to it. Simple as that, my brother. It's not about... Listen, let me explain something. Everyone needs to take notes on what I'm about to say. This is important, okay? It's not about whether or not we take all-time highs. It's about probabilities. And in a market that's making all-time highs, there's a higher probability chance that we're going to continue higher than reverse lower. One day, I'm going to be bullish. I'm saying this right now. One day, I'm going to be bullish. And I'm going to say, I think all-time highs will get taken. And it's going to absolutely dump. And I'm going to look like an idiot because it absolutely dumped. Okay? but it doesn't matter because the probability, our goal isn't to have the right bias. Our goal is to be on the right side of probability. And if the probability is more likely to go higher, then we want to make sure on that day we're looking for longs. Okay? That's it. Whether we're right or wrong about what happens doesn't change anything. The only thing that matters is what's the higher probability scenario, and is that the scenario I'm looking for in my trading. Okay? A lot of people think if they took longs and the market went down, they had wrong bias. Today, if the market dumped, my bias was not wrong. I was right to be bullish because the probability is more likely up. If it happened to go lower today and I ended up taking a long and we lost, or even if I didn't trade, I was still right to be bullish, if that makes sense. So it's a big misconception about bias. People think bias is being right about the direction that it goes. That's not what it is, right? You want to be on the right side of probability. Always think in probability. But that only happens like 1 or 2 out of 10 times it dumps that all time. So why should you? No, I'm just saying I'm gonna look like one on TikTok. Yeah, just keep it as simple as that. Just follow the trend if you really want to. Don't gotta be any more complicated than that. Exactly, probability. I like to think of it as the same way. Casinos are profitable because they still have the house size even though they lose money. Exactly. Do you journal wrong bias is wrong? I'm gonna be honest. I rarely have the wrong bias. Sometimes I'm bullish and the market moves lower, but it doesn't mean I had the wrong bias. It means I had the wrong objective. Bias was correct, right? Today, your bias should have been bullish. Bias should have been bullish. If the market went down, it does not mean you had the wrong bias. You were on the correct side of probability, right? That's what matters. That's what matters. Did you have the wrong objective? Yeah, but would you change anything? The idea is that I'm trying to tell you guys is 10 out of 10 days, I will be bullish in this price action. Always. Never going to change. So I know as long as I'm bullish today, I have the right bias. Whether it goes higher or not, that doesn't affect me. I can't control whether it goes higher or not. I can control whether I'm on the right side of probability or not. And that's the focus. That is the focus. So tomorrow I should be bullish because of the higher side of probability. Yeah, literally. I mean, let's take into... I've been bullish pretty much every single day since what? Maybe Thursday the 4th? Probably if you go back to the streams, I was probably bullish after this sweep and saw this closure, realistically. I definitely said if you go back to the live stream, I probably said I was bullish. I've probably been bullish every single day since Wednesday, the September 3rd. And we've been looking... Sometimes I short, but on the higher time frame, we've been bullish every single day. Same thing over here. And then, and that's the idea. There's days that move down. There's short trades that we won. There's short trades that we lost. But probability. Trader Kaza is the free software. In hindsight, do you think the first long stop loss was too high since it ended up playing out? No, I think it was a good trade. I would take it again. It just came down lower into discount. Typical stuff to happen on a Monday, but it could have kept going quickly. I would take both trades again. I'm happy I took the first trade. Gave myself the opportunity of all-time highs and not inversion. Failed. Took it again. Played out. Easy, right? Just the benefit. That's just what happens when you trade the 1-minute chart intraday. You're just gonna have to accept that sometimes it'll lose, but keep your bias the same. You can recover the loss and some. Would you long ES right now? I don't long ES. I only trade NQ. Overbought. Someone who said we will be bearish this week. I mean, there's no statistic, but I mean, it could have been. Do you have any idea of when it'll dump? No. No one does. What you should journal is if you went long and lost or whatever happened, what you should journal is, I was on the right side of probabilities, but I simply lost. You had the right. You were correct to be bullish today. Whether you lost or not, you were correct to be bullish. And that's the most important thing. So you can see the levels here used very nicely. The levels we've been using. New week opening gap, opening range gap 50%. I like that confluence. Like I said, How long did it take here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I like to see that. I like to see that. Under 10 to 15 minutes. How long you been in this game? 2 years. I took the shorts offline and high suits. Can you help me understand why that was a bad setup? You were on the wrong side of probabilities. Your probability was it was more likely to go up than down because we're in an all-time high market. Because I was counting. Do you pass your color palette? Yeah, I can share my color palette. Everything here is black. And the candle color symbol I use is right there. ICT lost Bailey. Let's send him our condolences. I don't think he's watching this, but ICT, if you're watching this, my condolences. I've been in this game for 2 years, my brother. If we run at all-time highs, how do you find your buys? I use order flow and power of 3. I have a full video on my YouTube channel, if you're curious, on how I determine bias every single day. Bailey is one of ICT's dogs. And Q probably went down for a while. It's up 17% this year. What is the number one crown? I think that means you're the number one chatter. AMD is the basic concept of it, yes. We'll do the giveaway. Yeah, we can do it shortly. How many payouts have you had this year? Good amount this year. A lot more than last year. Best time frame to trade depends on your trading style. Some people, they want to take 4 trades a month. Well, you probably want to execute on the hourly, 15-minute maybe. Depends how long you want to hold your trades. Depends how long you want to stay in front of the chart. Day trader, say you're trading morning session. I'm going to go ahead and assume morning session. I think all your entries should fall under the 1 to 5 minute chart. There is no best. For example, on the 1 minute chart, if I was trading anything but the 1 minute chart, I probably wouldn't have been able to capture this move. I'd have to have a different model. Yeah, the 5 minute protraction here, I guess. Let me see this. The reason I like the 1 minute chart is because, one, I'm able to deal with the losses. Like this, for example. Right? I lose, no problem. I'll re-enter again. Take it long, right? Some people are not okay with this. Some people lose here and they say, oh shit, it's going lower. Or even me at one point, I even said this could go lower. But I'm okay with that. I've lost enough times to say, okay, that's fine. We lost on this trade, but still bullish. I can re-enter again. What's the best? I don't think there is a best. Everyone has their own best. My best is the 1 minute because I get the most information out of it. I also can visually see the other times. Like, for example, this is the 1 minute, but I can always just go to the 2, 3, 4. And if I need to wait for extra confirmation, I can do that, right? So that's the idea. I struggle where to put stop loss. Could you help me with this? Put the stop loss where your trade idea is invalidated. Why do I always fail to find bias? You probably don't have a good a system to get bias. I get you. Perfect. What is a volume imbalance? A volume imbalance is when there is a separation between the bodies of the candles. So for example, right here, see that separation? That's an imbalance in the volume because there's a separation between the bodies. You'll see it pretty often now. How did you know New York 1 today would be a continuation with no reversal? I didn't know. I knew that the probability was more likely to continue, right? I didn't know I never know for sure. I've just been on side with the probabilities, my brother. That's all. Can we see retracement down to 24833 to the 50% opening range 1 hour FG? I wouldn't look for that, but I would look for 10 a.m. discount. And that's what I look for in my study. Is a 10 a.m. discount level. So if you want to go something like that, your first 10 a.m. discount will be this low right here. It doesn't offer much range. Assuming we don't make a higher high and you want to short going into lunch, I like this low. I don't trade gold. You trade PM session? Yeah. Would you trade PM session today? If I'm free, I will trade PM session today. Charmaine took shorts. Yep. Charmaine's model looks to capture, high risk reward setups above or below the opening price. That's fine. As long as he followed his rules, doesn't matter. I'm sure he's using his own probabilities. I wouldn't look for shorts personally. I came here after a breakup. Fucking hell. It may not seem like a good thing, but it probably is a good thing. OWO. It may hurt, but it's still probably a good thing, believe it or not. I struggle where to, yeah. We read retail must stand together and get liquidated with long so market can go down. Who Charmaine? Just someone who I respect as a trader. What time do you trade PM? I trade PM 2 to 3. What time will you be? I don't go live in the PM session. I will when the Discord is up. Private Discord streams, but not in YouTube and TikTok. Got older brother energy? That's funny. One win and I missed one win. That's a good thing to journal. Journal the trade that you missed. How did you start learning? I learned everything from ICT and then I backtested 7,000 days. Isn't it insane that 84% retail is short right now? How are we ever going to go down? We're going to go down once the banks and institutions start dumping, bro. What do you want to accomplish a year from now? The most I possibly can. I do use Judas swings, yes. So if London May plays pre-market lower, does that increase the probability of free nature expanding grass today? Well done. Yes, exactly. That's your daily power of 3 and order flow concept that I use to determine intraday bias. How do we find the right bias? If you want to learn how I get bias, I would just watch my video on that. How much would you charge at Discord live streams? For Discord live streams, if and when I do it, would be next year or in December, and it would probably be 25 bucks. How much? Yeah. When I put the stop loss at the protective place, the RR is bad. How to fix while keeping SL safe? Well, 1, you could get a better entry. 2, you can aim for more. Or 3, you can what's it called? Just put it somewhere more aggressive, you know? And if it's a bad RR setup, don't take it, you know? If you did the most you can do for stop loss and it's still all bad R, don't take the trade then. Simple as that. What kind of videos do you have on YouTube? Everything to psychology. My best series is probably my psychology series. Yeah, it'd be 25 a month. Psychology series, and I also have all my models out there. What do you use to backtest? I use TradeZella. Do you trade live daily? Yep, I've been live every day for the last year and a half, and I will continue to do so. Would you ever short from all-time highs? Very rarely. That's so sad, Lori. It is kind of true. Yep, live on YouTube. You can go look at my YouTube, but we have like 400 or 500 live streams saved. What do you look for in PM? 1R is what I look for in PM. If I'm in longs, where should I target? I would just target fixed R. I'm gonna be honest. If you're in longs right now, brother, there's not anything much clearer. You want me to use some sauce for you? You talk about, at least some sort of probability on your side. We just took out -1 Asia. Let's talk about opening range. To target 24947. The probabilities of that are not bad. You could target that. That's pretty high up, but you could target that. The probabilities are not bad. For backtesting for 7,000 days, what did you focus on? First, I had to first backtest, making a model. I started backtesting with 2022 model from ICT, but that's not the model I wanted to trade with. So I had to adjust, What was I focusing on? I was focusing on losing so that I could keep making tweaks to my model. And I just kept losing until I found everything I want to find. The goal of making a model is, what do I need to see to go long? What do I need to see to go short? Say you're a tea guy. Have you tried Rubio's, aka Red Bush? And what's your favorite tea? Random chat. I like Earl Grey, and I have not tried that many fancy teas. What's the ideal risk to reward? Depends on your win rate and how many trades you take. Did you watch all ICT mentorships? I've seen all ICT videos and mentorships multiple times. What's your win rate this month? It's pretty high right now. Based on the last week, we've been on a little bit of a win streak. It's probably around 70 as well, similar to last month. Do I recommend going to college? Depends what you're going for. Don't go for no reason. If you're gonna go to college, make sure you have a reason. Does Bitcoin get to 113K? Probably eventually. Which one would you say is the best? 2022 is very good. You've seen every ICT video. How much time for that a day? You don't want to know how much time I spent. I watched until I fell asleep. And I woke up and I watched until I fell asleep. Do you ever de-risk and when? I don't de-risk. Um, if you have to de-risk on a trade, in my opinion, you probably should just not take it. Although sometimes people want to push the button, it just doesn't make sense to me. Yeah. If you think the trade's not good and you have to risk less, just don't take it. Yeah. I also risk low to begin with. So maybe if I risked more than what I do now, I would do that. But I already risk pretty low. So ICT 2022 no rant. I have also seen that. So I've seen ICT 2022 mentorship 5 times, and I've seen the no rant once. And the no rant's not bad, but you shouldn't watch it first. If you're brand new, watch 2022. You want to watch something else? Camelot, watch 2024 next. Watch 2024 after 2022. My model is on YouTube. I trade the power of 3. I feel like it's better to keep trading simple. It's worse than when you know too much. Yeah, you don't have to learn everything. You just have to learn enough for you to have everything you need. If I was down 250 in London session and now I'm up 350, I should be done for the day, right? That sounds like good money management. I would also probably bet Aditya that if you were to take another trade and lose, you'd probably feel the urge to take another one after to make sure you're up on the day. So just prevent, unless you really have that control. But I'm just going to go ahead and assume, because even me, I think if I lost and then won and then took another trade and lost, I'd probably want to win trade one more time, and it probably wouldn't be a good trade. It's probably best to just walk away, come back tomorrow. Let's short Gatie. No, thank you. So isn't this a Judas swing? It's from 830. It's been going up. Brother, Judas swing depends on bias, right? If you're bullish, you want to see a Judas swing lower. Did we get a Judas swing lower? No. So there's no Judas swing in play today. Remember, Judas swing is an expansive, explosive, fake price run. If the market's predisposed to go higher and we get an explosive price run lower, that's a Judas swing, right? That's the most important part. Gold to go up? Probably. I haven't checked, but dollar's down and Q's up, so probably. Does this look efficient or inefficient? That's pretty efficient price delivery. Many opportunities to go long. I'm not saying they're all good probabilities, but many opportunities. I just finished TGR's bootcamp, so I start with ICT 2022. Yes. Watch ICT 2022. Right now, looking at NQ, but really hard to find an entrance. It's just going up. It's probably not going to give you something clean. I don't understand why people are trading NQ in London. If you're, maybe it's just their time of day. You know, it's possible. Hey, bro, how do you know which market's going to be skyrocketing? What do you do though? Because which market? It doesn't matter to me which market's going to skyrocket. I only trade the Nasdaq. Between risk to reward and winning rate, which one should we focus on? Good question. Good question. What I would do is a good question. Yeah, sorry, let me zoom out. Yes. What I would do is start with something as simple as 50% win rate with 2R. Start with a foundation. And then from there, you can improve both. Okay? From there, you can improve both. You can always improve your win rate. You can always improve your risk to reward. So start with the foundation and then just look to improve. How do you improve? You look at your losses and your wins and see what you can do better. How long did you take to watch all of ICT stuff? Too long, bro. I don't even have a number for you. The first time I watched it, it wasn't too long because I just watched it once. Then I started watching it again and again and again, and that took some time. So how do you trade the Judas swing? I'll tell you exactly how, right? Today, if the market opened and did this, I would have taken a long that looked like this, right? That's it. This is a fake run. Once the reversal confirms, I take the long. That didn't happen today, but we still trade. You message people. That guy's a scam. Please do not message anyone with my name. There's too many of them, unfortunately. It really depends on the kind of person you are. Some can stomach big losses. Yeah, exactly. You have a good community, lots of good questions. Yeah. Do you wait for yes to align before entering a protraction model trade? It's not a requirement for me, but highest probability scenario is all indices are pointing higher. The first position for it can be the one. It can be. I wouldn't use it today though. Based on me and my back test and my criteria, this is my first presentation fair value gap. How is it efficient if entries aren't retested? That's not what efficient price delivery is. Efficient price delivery is, are we offering fair value? And we are. I got a limit order at 24940. Sell. 24940. Good luck, bro. How do you trade days like these when there isn't a do this? I just trade the continuation, right? I also have a lot of experience, and I actually knew that this low, even though it didn't go below 930, is there's a good chance we don't go below it, especially after seeing this. Will Discord scheme be full transparent? Yeah, I mean more transparent than I'm already pretty transparent, but yeah, we'll journal every day in the Discord. I'll journal my live account with you guys, AM, PM, yeah, all that stuff. You think 25 is a good target? 2500 is pretty extreme. Like I said, what I would aim for if you're still holding, I'll leave the sauce for you guys, and then we'll do the Discord. We'll do the winners. Listen, I'm gonna tell you guys some sauce right now. So if you're still here, congratulations. The highest high and lowest low between 930 to 10. That's this. -1 standard deviations of that, okay, is hit quite often before 1130. Assuming, listen to this criteria so you don't do this every single day and make a mistake. Assuming that 1130 closes above 930. Does that make sense? So whatever 1130 opening price is, if that's above 930, which it's almost for sure at this point going to be, right? Because 930 is all the way down here and we're all the way up here, unless we have a hard reversal in 30 minutes. I'm not going to give the number out, but there's an edge in a -1 standard deviation. Now remember, this is like base level testing, right? This testing does not include, are we above high of day? Are we at all-time highs? Like, we're very far in premium. I'm sure that would decrease the probabilities. But nonetheless, you can use it as a generic objective. So 946. Let's just say more times than not, right? One standard deviation of this price level of these anchor points, more times than not, it will reach before 1130 if it closes bullish, right? More times than not. That's all. Do you like the YouTube chat or TikTok chat? YouTube chat 10 times better, bro. TikTok chat's fine, but once I'm actually trading, TikTok chat gets real toxic. Do you have to know how to code in order to use that testing software? No, I just use ChatGPT. I paid for ChatGPT Premium and I use that. Difference between 20 minutes. It doesn't include all the psychology stuff. When are we gonna play poker? I can't take out the funded next funds until the end of the month, so we're probably gonna wait till October. I use your alpha futures. Okay, let's do the giveaway. What do you think about Lark? I've never heard of that firm, brother. I'm completely honest with you. Let me add the most recent people. How can you tell when price is reversing? I like to use a breaker or a CISD. But listen, don't look at the 1 minute chart and say, how do you know it's just going to reverse? It needs to be predisposed to go lower, okay? If I told you market's going to come here, this green line, okay, then you look for the signatures of a reversal, right? But if I told you market's going to go up here, okay, then why are you looking for a reversal, right? It's all about where do you think it's likely to go. How can I have more money in my account? What? You got to make more money, bro. Uh, All right, let's add some of these people to the giveaway. The list is already determined, but if you guys keep missing giveaways, then you gotta join the free Discord. I do consider symmetry a move sometimes, yes. All right, just adding the final people who messaged me. Uh, do, 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 do. Okay. Um, this giveaway, guys, is for people who use the 20% off. So it's not a free giveaway. It's whoa, got a lot of DMs today. Uh, all right, we got the giveaway users. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys the list. I don't think I forgot anybody this time. Sometimes I forget one person and then I'll add them into the next one. How do you know the market is going up there? I don't. This is just an example. Oh, well, this is negative one standard deviation of the opening range. How do I know? I ran the statistic. And I don't know it's going to go up here. I just know it's more likely to go up here. It's just more likely than not, right? Just simple. How have you know I don't use any bots? Would you still take a setup right now? No, I wouldn't personally. Not on the funded at least. Is it really gonna be? Yep, we'll do a poker tournament. Listen, if you guys are not in the Discord, we're gonna do cash giveaways for poker tournaments. Um, Cash giveaways, poker tournaments next month. We'll give away like a lot of money. Not a lot of money, but like hundreds, you know? So if you know how to play poker or you want to start learning, next month in the Discord, you got to DM me on Discord if you use my code. Did you get 20% off? 411? I got to get in the Discord. But what reversal model do you use? I use my reversal model. How can I have more money in my account? I don't understand that question, bro. You got to make more money if you want more money in your what bank account? I'll probably trade this eval in PM session because it's not passed yet and I don't want to waste any more days on it. We got Marcio. Is that a serious question? He's been asking it like 6 times. I'll add you now, Marcia. I think that's gonna be the list. All right, not wasting any more time. Name spinner. I wouldn't short, no. The setup might be 50-50, but like I said, the probability is still more likely to go up than down. Although, to be honest, I probably wouldn't trade it personally. You give us 1v1 as a giveaway? What's a 1v1? Listen, guys. Next month, I'm going to be hosting free poker tournaments, and I will give winners cash. Straight cash. The Discord is free. You can join the Discord for free and participate in free cash giveaways. We're going to roll these winners. All right, Nathan won 1. Roll again. Just 2 winners today. It's close. Yo, he snagged it. Last second, he snagged it. The Discord's free. It's in bio. Okay. How do I know? I know because I can check who used my code. So. Teaching one for free? I don't know if I have time to teach someone for free. They're just winning an account. Free account. I guess we'll do advanced. I'll give them an advanced. Can you please let me know your Discord? In my bio on TikTok or YouTube or Instagram, there's a link to my Discord. Make sure you click open in browser. Open in browser, and then click the Discord. Not 1 minute in, I'm gonna say it's really. I'm just not even trying to waste any time. You think during PM I would not. What I think is gonna happen is irrelevant. The probability is higher, and that's simply it. That is simply it. Last thing I'll say is if this inverses, I think you can get a good price. You can get a good trade there. Would I take it? No, I would not take it. Not unfunded. Not even maybe on eval, but if that inverses, that'd be a pretty good setup. That being said, nothing else here I really need to cover. I will message the giveaway winners. I appreciate you guys. I will be live again tomorrow. I'll be live every day this week. Purge and revert is just a sweep and reverse. I will see you guys live again tomorrow, exact same time, 9:15 a.m. Eastern time. Can I study your videos supposed to be profitable instead of watching? I would watch both. I'll probably trade PM on eval. How do you calculate points to contracts? There's a simple formula. Contracts size equals points SL times 2. That's the formula. Anyways, the Discord is free, brother. The Discord is free. If it's minis, multiply this number by 20. I don't know where to target. Just target risk to reward if you don't have any statistics on how high it can go. Just target 1R, 2R, 1.5R. The reason why I didn't enter shows because of the 5-minute FG. There's a 15-minute fair value gap there as well. Anyways, I appreciate you guys coming through. I will see you guys live tomorrow, exact same time. Good live stream today. And yeah. Peace. I would do it once